Yo, what is up guys and welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I got you guys a Yasuo gameplay from none other than Lonelykid. And I wanna say Yasuo is quite a lot stronger now with the buff they made to his third ability. And do you guys remember the buff they made to his overcapping crit? If you're not familiar with it yet, it's the same for Yone. I'm not sure if they write it. Yeah, they did actually. So look, Yone converts critical rates above 100% into attack damage at a rate of 0.4 attack damage per 1% crit chance. So if you have 10% bonus crit chance, you'll get another 4 attack damage. So you can actually get away with building, like, if you want to, 3 crit items. I don't really recommend it, but the thing is, you're gonna get 50% bonus crit rate. So that's gonna convert into 20 attack damage. So that's why we come to this build, because the same works for Yasuo. This passive works for Yone and Yasuo. The way that Lonelykid seems to build Yasuo in that particular game that I'm about to show you is first he went for Blade of the Rune King. Now, this is not the one way to build Yasuo. There's actually a million different ways to build him, and I'm gonna talk about like 999,000 of those million ways. So, Blade of the Rune King first item is generally what you want to go for, unless you're against like a very squishy enemy. So Blade of the Rune King is the perfect item for Yasuo, because basic attack, first ability, all these things apply on-hit effects. Even your tornado applies on-hit effects. So Yasuo is very, very good at applying on-hit effects. So Blade of the Rune King allows a Yasuo to chunk down an enemy from a high amount of HP to a very low amount of HP. And your third ability cooldown gets reduced when you buy attack speed. So it's just a really, really good item to get. Similarly, Solari Charge Blade is incredibly good to get as well. Like, when you have 2 crit items, every time you use your first ability, you're gonna proc the Solari Charge Blade. Every time! So every time it will do the bonus magic damage. It is incredible. Every single game, you build a Solari Charge Blade. And also, every single game you want to incorporate the Blade of the Rune King in your build. Whether it be as your first item, second item, or hell, even your last item. If you're not against any tanky enemy, you still want to build it as like your last item. But Solari Charge Blade is always going to be within 2 items. Always, either your first item or your second item. Keep that in mind. So now it becomes interesting, because there's multiple items you can build. Wit's End is a really, really good Yasuo item as well. If the enemy has heavy AP, especially if they have like AP assassins like Evelyn, for example, you always want to get a Blitz End. Man, this coffee is good. I bought myself some new coffee. It's really, really nice. Wow. Wit's End is really, really nice. Of course, because of the Wit's End. Like, sure, the healing is nice. The damage is actually really, really nice as well. But it's mostly about, you know, getting 50% 50 magic resist, sorry, and 45% attack speed. That's what it's mostly about. And then Infinity Edge is if you just want raw damage. This is also a really, really good item. And also what I would choose on Yasuo. However, it seems like Lonelykid actually went for the Bloodthirster instead of the Infinity Edge, which I find very interesting. We're gonna see during the gameplay why he did that. I mean, I guess the vampirism and the shield is good. We're gonna have to see. I'm just saying this is what Lonelykid built. Another item that is playable on Yasuo is Divine Sunderer. If you're against a lot of tanks, you build a Divine Sunderer, because this will allow you to do, yet again, a lot more damage to the tanks, especially after you ult. Because after you ult as a Yasuo, you shred like, or sorry, your attacks penetrate like 30% of their armors or something, so you'll do a lot of damage. Now you may be asking, but hells, can I not go Trinity Force on Yasuo? Yes, you can, but it's not efficient. Because Divine Sunderer is really, really nice against tanks. The percentage damage is good. And against squishies, you're much better off going for crit and Guardian Angel and things like that instead of Trinity Force. You can build it, however. It can work if you just want to poke them all the time, which is really not Yasuo's playstyle. But, you know, it will make your tornado stronger. It will make your first ability stronger. But besides that, overall damage will go down. And now we come to the part of armor penetration. Now here you can choose to do it. If the enemy really has a beefy frontline, you can choose to guide something like a Lord Dominic's Regard or a Mortal Reminder. Lord Dominic's Regard also gives you attack speed, 80% attack speed. So it allows you to use your third ability incredibly fast. Like, your next third ability is going to be on a very, very low cooldown. So that's the point of this particular item. And then we come at the Guardian Angel, which is also a really, really good item on Yasuo. Next up we go to the runes. Oh, by the way, you never want to build Death's Dance on Yasuo, because it doesn't work well with his shield, with his passive. And Starrick's Cage is also really not that good on Yasuo. And then any sort of defense item, I don't really recommend. Except for like a Randuin's Omen, maybe. This could potentially work on Yasuo, but still, just go for full damage. For the runes, you go for Lethal Tempo. Lethal Tempo is really, really nice on Yasuo. You can go Conqueror, but Lethal Tempo, again, the attack speed is generally going to be better on Yasuo. Second rune, I go for Brutal. You can go for Hunt of Vampirism or Triumph, but Brutal is just going to be brutal early game. Even in the late game, like, every time you'll do it, the damage on hit. It may not be that much in the late game, but just the value that it gives you early game, is already worth it. But then, as I said, even in the late game, it's going to do a little bit for you. Third rune is situational, but I generally recommend a Nullifying Orb. Don't go for Bone Plating on Yasuo, because Yasuo already has that shield, which counts like a Bone Plating. So you're better off going for a Nullifying Orb. And then here you go for Nimbus Cloak. You don't really need to go for Sweet Tooth because you don't have mana. You don't have mana. You can go for Pack Hunter if you want Pack Hunter, but Nimbus Cloak is generally the best. It gives you a lot of movement speed after you use Ignite or something, and it's really, really nice to catch enemies or either run away. Don't go for Demolish because Yasuo is not a turret pusher. You never want to push turrets with Yasuo. But you're supposed to go for Ignite and Flash. So that is it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. So let's take a look. As I said, this is Lonelykid playing Yasuo. It's my first time watching this. So let's take a look at what he does. I only check, like, the way that I do it, I always check what they build at the end. So I can, explain their part of the build. 1 second, I spilled some coffee. I just need to clean it up real quick. 1 second, guys. Sorry. So, oh, he plays it in the Baron lane. Interesting. So the interesting thing about Yasuo is he's actually really strong, but really, really, really hard to play. Yes, I said 3 reallys. Like, you can see this champion as how can I explain it with you guys? Like, his skill floor, is it skill floor? His skill floor is very low. You may be asking, what does that mean? Skill floor is if you have if you don't know anything about the champion and you start playing that champion, you'll play the champion at the level which is called the skill floor. Garen has a high skill floor because Garen is easy. All you have to do is just use your abilities and you'll do fine. Yasuo has a really low skill floor, which means if you play Yasuo, you don't really know what you're doing, he's gonna be super weak. However, Yasuo's skill ceiling, the skill ceiling, which is the maximum potential of the champion, is really, really high. Really high. One of the highest in the game. So, you need to know when you play Yasuo, like, you need to be good at this champion. Like, you really, really need to get good at this champion, know the mechanics and all that kind of stuff. So, you can watch guides and all you want, but you need to play him. You need to practice him a lot and apply those tricks. He rotates right there. It's a good rotation. Ooh, he could have actually flashed tornadoed towards the cannon and forced the cannon to flash away as well. But maybe he just didn't want to do it, it seems. Or he just flashes after this Wukong. He's gonna kill the Wukong as well. Oh, I actually hit him. Nice. I feel like they... Oh, close. I feel like they're gonna kill him. If he doesn't back off now, he's definitely dead. Yeah, of course he backs off. He's not that stupid. He may be in the bush. It would be pretty funny if he's in the bush. Okay, he's not in the bush. That would have been pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Sometimes it happens. So, let me tell you another thing you need to know about Yasuo. And it is about Yasuo's passive. So, Yasuo's passive, it charges up with movement speed. When you've used the shield, it will then charge up when you move around. Right? Like, when you move around, it will charge up. However, there is another part to it that a lot of people don't seem to understand. It doesn't just move. It doesn't just charge when you move. When you're walking. It charges when you change your location. So, for example, if you dash, if you teleport, if someone pushes you away, it will charge up. So let me give you an example. If Thresh throws a lantern at you from very far away, and you take that lantern, throughout the time you're taking the lantern, you're charging up your passive by a lot. When you backport home, you fully charge it up, depending on where you backport from. If you're very close to your crystal and you backport home, it won't fully charge it. And yes, your third ability further accelerates the charging up of your passive. So that is why, when you look at a really good Yasuo player, you may be thinking like, why is he using his third ability all the time on the wave? Like, what is he doing? Is he just trying to impress everyone? The answer is probably no. Maybe yes, maybe he is trying to impress everyone. But the whole point is, when you use your third ability on these minions all the time, you're charging up your passive every single time. And when you charge up your passive, you can trade for free. You can trade for free because you're tanking the damage with your shield. So that's what you need to understand about Yasuo. And that's why, as I said, the buff to Yasuo's third ability is actually quite significant. Because in the late game now, your third ability is going to have like, I think it's 5-second cooldown per enemy instead of 8 seconds. So you can use it more often, especially in waves. He knew Cannon wouldn't kill him here because he had his passive, you see? Like, you see how confident Lonelykid is right here? He dived under the turret, tried to look for a good ultimate, but he knew that the Cannon wouldn't kill him. Right here, he did flash out, however, because he saw Wukong coming, and he didn't have his, thingy. This was so close. Actually, he almost killed both of them. Let me tell you what went wrong right here. So, what he tried to do, this is actually really interesting. So, what he tried to do after this is, if you look at how far his passive is charged up, which is the shield, it's at like 40%. He sees the Wukong coming. He has his ultimate ready. He almost has his tornado. Take a look at what he does. Now he has his tornado, okay? All he's trying to do right now is charge up his passive so he gets a shield. So take a look at what he does. Third ability on the minion. Third ability on the minion. Third ability on the minion. Look, he still hasn't charged it up. So he's like, oh man, I still haven't charged it up. That's a problem. But look, he hasn't charged it up yet. He doesn't have the shield. So he's in a bit of trouble. Then he ults. So when you ult as a Yasuo, regardless of the cooldown of your shield, it will immediately give you another shield. And here you can see that other shield instantly got popped. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to use both shields. He only was able to use one shield because he just didn't have enough time to charge up the first one. He died right here. If his plan worked out properly, he would have killed both of them and he wouldn't have died. You see that? So when you ult as a Yasuo, you can try to time it perfectly by proccing your shield. So you go and proc the shield, and then when your shield goes on a cooldown, you will ult. You will try to hit your ultimate on the enemy, because after you ult, you will instantly regain your shield. So there's a few interesting things about Yasuo that you do have to know, of course. Enemies are pushing. Oh, enemies are taking the dragon. I don't really like that he doesn't rotate here, because Yasuo is not a split push. Yeah, there you go, exactly. Like, he understands as well that he really does have to rotate, because his team stole the dragon though. But Yasuo is not a split pusher, guys. Like, Yasuo is never gonna get the first turret before 7 minutes. There's just no way. It takes way too long. Is he really? Oh my god. Wow. Wait. Let's take a look at that again. I actually want to watch that again. Did he use his third ability on the cannon right here? Wait for it. No, he didn't. Okay. So yeah, never mind. I wanted to try to make a certain point, but no, he didn't. He didn't use his third ability on the cannon yet. By the way, guys, make sure you give the video a like if you're enjoying it. It really supports the channel and all that kind of stuff. So, if you want to. You can see the Bladed Rune King work as well, by the way, because he stole movement speed from the cannon right there. So even though you're against squishies, as I said, Bladed Rune King is just always gonna be worth it on Yasuo. Literally always. You could try to take another turret thingy. He did actually. Oh, he's gonna die, right? I mean, look at this. He's just dancing around them. You see that? Pretty funny. Oof. The enemies are playing much better than his team. Because, like, look at the Caitlyn. What is the Caitlyn doing? Why is she pushing a turret by herself while her entire team is dying and losing the Herald? You know, like, why are these players playing like this? Caitlyn obviously needs to be there with her team to win the fight and try to take the Herald. Because now they'll lose a mid lane turret as well. It's just not worth the bot lane turret. Like, it's just not worth it. I just don't understand what the Caitlyn is thinking right here. He could try to ult. Oh, he did a combo. He did like a flash combo right there. You need to know those combos as well, by the way, when you play Yasuo. Here you can also see the power of Yasuo after his ultimate. Oh my god, what? Like, after Yasuo's ultimate, you will do a lot more damage to tanks. Because you'll penetrate their armor with your attacks. So like, after your ultimate, you should become truly fearless. Because that's where you're like giga buffed. You'll do a lot more damage. That's another part that a lot of people seem to forget about when they play Yasuo. Yes, oh. He's probably gonna try to charge up his tornado here. He hits a good one. Ah, too late. He got CC'd way too hard. I mean, I would have gone Infinity Edge in this game. But I know, I saw the build at the end, and he actually went for a Bloodthirster. Which I still don't really understand. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it does, right? The reason that I don't understand is because he already has a Bladed Rune King and Glutinous Greaves for the Vampirism, right? So getting a Bloodthirster as well is gonna give him like 40% Vampirism. It's crazy. Man, my abs hurt a lot because this week was the very first time that I did an ab workout. Because, you know, I've been working out my whole body, but I didn't really pay too much attention to my abs because I'm bulking anyways. But I actually was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do an ab workout, screw it. But now it still hurts. I did the workout 3 days ago and it still hurts my abs. It's crazy. I have a lot of things on my mind right now, by the way, guys, because it's you know, a lot of, oh my god, what the hell happened? But a lot of crazy things have happened in my life, you know, because my online career went from like this, from all the way up here to like this, you know. I'm doing fine. I'm not complaining, but everything went so fast, like a whole roller coaster. Because I went from casting Wild Rift Worlds to now playing a game with cancelled esports, right? Like, it's really a crazy world we live in, where you can get everything you want, and then suddenly it all gets taken away from you. And like right now, of course, I'm planning my next step. I'm not quitting Wild Rift. I love this game, and I'm still gonna make videos for it. But I'm looking at other games, but also in real life. Like, I have some other ventures I want to do in real life. Remember what I told you guys about the Vainglory video that I wanted to make? I'm still working on that one. I want to make that one too. And another thing that came up to me right now is maybe potentially like some sort of a fitness channel. Because like, I'm doing really good with working out, and I know a lot about it as well. And I don't know, maybe. It's just, I have so many ideas in my head. And maybe, we'll see. Like, it's hard, man. Like, you know, I decided to take this way of living where I'm not going to college and I have to take care of myself. I wanted to do this, but of course, you know, I have to be able to deal with, you know, situations like this where you know, you kind of have to try to do something. Because right now, you know, I'm not doing much. But if you do college, for example, you can just do a job, you know, you can just get your degree and you'll be fine, you'll be alright. But I think that's boring. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't do college. Of course, it's great if you do college, but for me, it's not what I want. I don't want a boring. Now, I'm saying boring, but I don't want a predictable life. Let's say it like that. I love risk. I hate to say it, but I love the situation that I'm in right now. This is what I live for. Because if I wake up and know exactly what my day is gonna look like, know exactly what my whole year is gonna look like, I cannot live like that. Like, that's me personally. That's just me. Maybe you can. Actually, a lot of people can. And a lot of people want to, right? Like, a lot of people want to know what their year looks like. They want to know if they can bring food to the table. But I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I am crazy, but I don't want that. Like I've said it many times. If someone offered me like a load of money for like a steady, boring job, I wouldn't take it unless I'm hungry, of course. You know, unless I really desperately need the money. But I wouldn't take it. But doing my own thing, even if I don't earn a lot with it, that's you know, that's more like it. That's the way that I want to do my thing. Oh, is he gonna be able to kill the Zeri? Oh, he's using his third ability to get close to her. Oh, but look at this. He's not allowing the Zeri. Not allowing her to escape, even though she's so she can run away so easily. Damn. But yeah, maybe that's just me. Maybe. Well, I think there's not a lot of people like that in the world, to be honest. And I think that's good. Because it's not really healthy to live like this. You know, you're always stressed out, always thinking about what to do next. You're always trying to do some volatile jobs. You know, like this can go well, this can go terribly wrong. That's the kind of stuff, right? Like that's the kind of way that I'm doing my stuff. And man, I don't want to sound like a baby, but it's rough. Okay, it's rough. Like it's really, really rough. Before you ever want to get yourself into something like this, like if you're a 16, 17-year-old watching this, or even hell, even a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, and you're in college, like before you ever decide to either not pursue college or leave college, I really want you to hear to these words very, very carefully because it's not easy. Okay, like if you go to college, you'll make a nice amount of money every month. You'll have an okay job. You don't go to college, you're gonna be doing an absolute garbage job. Like you're gonna have not a nice job. You're not gonna have fun during your job, and you're not gonna make any money. You're gonna make like the littlest amount of money ever. That's the risk you're taking. However, if everything works out, if you don't go to college, which is unlikely because you know a lot of people fail, you know you're gonna live like a king. You're gonna do what you want. You're finally gonna be able to buy your mom a house. You know, you're finally gonna be able to support the people that you wanted to support. You're finally gonna be able to help poor people. You're finally gonna be able to help less fortunate people than you that are, you know, that want help in their careers as well. Like that's what it's all about for me. Like the first time I became successful on YouTube with Wild Rift, I immediately started reaching out to other creators. I was like, you know, you want to help? You want me to help you? You want me to collaborate? You want any advice? I'm there for you. Like I've always been like that. Like I always like helping others. It's just nice, you know. It's just nice when I see other people get success as well. Partly because you know I help them. It's really nice to me. That's what that's what I love. And I want to be like when I get old. I want to be very successful. You know, a rich dude and all that kind of stuff. And I want these little kids coming up to me saying, "Can you help me?" And I'll be like, "Oh hell yeah, come here." And I got you, you know, I got you. I would help them, you know, if they have any questions about what they want to do and all that kind of stuff. I want to be the guy that helps them. I want to be a mentor. That's what I love to do. So, yeah. Wow, this is a Wild Rift video. What am I doing? What am I even doing? At this point, this channel became a very weird channel. Let's just say it like this. I'm just doing whatever I want to. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. Again, like, the reason that I make videos like this, or that I talk like this, is because I'm just saying whatever the hell I want right now. It's not like before anymore, where I treated it like a business. Obviously I loved making videos before as well, but now the situation has changed because there is no future for Wild Rift. So I'm only doing it out of love right now, making videos. So I'm doing it out of love. So I don't really care about results as much. So you know, I'm not gonna be commentating the way that would satisfy most viewers. I'm just doing what I love right now. You see, like I'm 100% solely doing what I love, saying what I want to say. And I know the viewers are gonna decline a little bit. I don't really care about that. Like I'm fine. I'm doing fine. As long as I have fun doing this kind of stuff. Hopefully you guys understand. I think you do. I mean, I'm saying hopefully, but I think you do. And if you don't understand, you know, there's other Wild Rift creators as well that you can watch videos of. Other amazing Wild Rift creators too. So there's enough content out there, right? He has so much vampirism, by the way. I want to say it. So I was asking... Wait, what? The Zoe just nearly one-shot the Zarya right there. I was asking why he went for a Bloodthirster, but you can see he heals up like an insane amount. Like, so I... Yeah, okay, they FF. The healing is ridiculous. Like, look at... Wait, what? Look at this. Look at this. Look, he attacks the Scion. Look at how much he heals. He heals like nearly to 60% health with just that small attack on the Scion. What the hell? So let's take a look at how much damage he did and everything like that. We can skip all this. Oh, he's a Grandmaster already. What the hell? Performed better than 100% of Yasuo's. Okay. Damn. How much damage did he do? He did 53,500 damage as a Yasuo. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye-bye.